I was just dropping off some of my zinc pennies at one of my bank branches, and I did find a Canadian copper penny in the kick-out tray. They had $9 in halves, but no silver, and I also picked up 5 Ikes while I was there. That was kind of cool. On my way to get rid of more coin and hopefully pick up 2 or 3 boxes at one of my branches of $50. I just left another branch today, and they had $300 worth of halves that I picked up. I don't know what's going on with that thing, but I'll go through these later, and we'll see if anything good is in them. Well, they gave me this great big bag to go with it too. That was cool. That one's bigger than most of them. I just came out of another branch, and no $50 here, but they ordered some for me, and they had a box of pennies, so I've got my box of pennies for the search this week. Very cool. I just came from another bank branch, and again, no $50, but they did have 140 in twos, and these are not all brand new, and 2 old 50s from 1981, so I went ahead and grabbed them. I'll look into them when I get home. Anyway, pretty fun find. I'm at my regular bank where I pick up $50 every week, and I'm a little disappointed this week. I had 4 boxes last week, and this week they only had 2, and then when they pulled them out, there was some mix-up. One of them had already been gone through, so I only have 1 sealed box from them today. Hopefully we'll find something in it. I'm glad I got the 300 at the other bank. Hopefully we'll find something there. And then hopefully next week we'll get back to 2 or 3 or 4 boxes again. Okay, folks, I am back home, and I have these $50. I've got the $300 right here that I got from one bank. I'll start with that, and then after that we'll go through the 1 box that I got. A little bit less than I'd hoped for today, but hopefully we'll still have a pretty good hunt. Hopefully we'll find some decent stuff. And let me push these aside, and we'll start and see if we can find anything. I really don't know what to expect in this, but maybe there'll be something there. Several of the rows are sealed, so if nothing else, we might get something there. Who knows? I'm hoping maybe some of these are not all from the same, customer who went through them. Maybe there's a few rolls from individuals. I just have no idea. A lot of them are the same wrappers, so that's a decent chance it's from the same person, but you never know. Not see anything so far. When I got those 5 Ike dollars today, one of them looked weird, and I thought, oh, could it be? Oh, I thought maybe it was a peace dollar or something. I'll get it out and show you in a minute. It was just like painted black. It looks like the front of it has like old glue around the edge, like it had been in some type of jewelry or something. But boy, my heart missed a beat when I first saw that. I'm like, oh, what's that? Well, there's a decent chance, I guess, that these were searched and then turned in. Which, well, that's a common thing. But every now and then, I gotta miss it. Every now and then, you get into something that somebody's returned that, a death in the family or something. I know that's sad, but it's just a reality. $73. I've been seeing a lot of comments and people that are finding stuff. So I'm like, man, that's cool for them. I'm happy for them. I hope I get into some of it here someday soon. Pretty dirty things these are. was hoping to see one of those awesome sights where the silver stands out from amongst the clad. It's a wonderful sight. Dirty stuff. Well, a few more rolls, 6 more rolls. I'm guessing by this point, these are probably all from the same person. When I went to the bank where I always pick up my several boxes a week, and they had 2, but one of them had already been gone through. She was like, well, I don't know who did it, and I'm, kind of seeing if I wanted them. It's like, no, there's a real good chance that those are all from collectors like me. I think I'll just pass on that one. Okay, 4 more of these customer rolled, and then we'll get into about 9 rolls that are sealed from this bank. Maybe we'll find something there. Come on out of there. One reason that we stack silver is it improves our net worth. At today's prices, the silver that I have found this year is worth about $1,000 or a little more. Well, it's at 33 something, so it was at 26 something a month ago, so I'd say it's at 1,000. It would have been more than 1,000 if it was still at 26. But that's $1,000 in value that I didn't have that now is in store. If you don't have a lot of money to save, every week, if you're just stacking a little bit of silver a week, in this box is the silver that I have found so far this year. Don't read that. That's not really true. That's an old sticker. I got some 90% stuff that I've got rolled up. Anyway, this is this year's. At the end of this year, I will add all of this silver to my General Assembly silver and start over for next year. That value goes up and up, and your net worth is higher. Alright, getting my trusty spider knife out. Nothing there. I sure do get a lot of rubber bands as a coin collector. Big, nice ones. This one is interesting. I guess it's just gold. Just paint. Looks like it's smeared around with a little fine tip paintbrush. Huh. So these 5, then I'll go over and get into the other box, I guess, from my regular bank. Hopefully we'll get something in there. In the past, and every now and then, now I put music in the background, even when I'm talking. And I know that a few times I had it too loud, and it was pointed out to me, so I'll try not to do that anymore. But I'm curious if any of you listen, like to have the music in the background, if you just do not have any. Sometimes, like when I have speeded up scenes, when I'm going through these, I'll put a little music or something in there. But what about the whole video just having some type of decent music going on in the background? Tell me if you like that idea or not. I'd appreciate hearing from you. Well, just 2 rolls left for this $300. It's not looking great. One more. Alright, I'm going to get to the other 500 bucks. And now a plug for my wife's biscuits. Oh man, she makes the best homemade biscuits. And then the next day, I cut them in half, butter them, and toast them. Put a little honey on it. Oh, there's nothing better. Alright, there's that big mess in the background of the 300 that I just went through. Now let's check this guy out. The ceremonial opening. One of these days. Okay, give me a few seconds while I re-roll all those others. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm done. That didn't take long, did it? No ender again. Did I see that $50 Make You Holler got a Walking Liberty ender this week? Congratulations, guys. Send one my way, please. Let's get right into these guys. And man, let's find something, shall we? I was looking back in some old videos. I used to use these little things. Tick, 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 tick. It's like, why did I do that? My spider is so much more comfortable. We finally broke the spell last week with 140% silver in 4 boxes. It had been, 10 boxes before that since I'd had 140%er. I'm really ready to get a little bit more silver going. May not be today, but I'm ready, just the same. It's fun to get another foreign coin. I actually got I have to go back in my archives and look for it, but I actually got a big silver coin one time that was foreign. That was totally cool. I need to go back into my stuff and see if I can find it. It's there, but I just got a lot of stuff. My older and younger brother ran a coffee shop for several years together. And their big safe that they had, well, not huge, but pretty good size, they let me have. So all my good stuff goes into my big safe. I just hope I can grow out of that one and have to get another one. It won't happen with what's going on today, will it? I found a Canadian copper penny. How about that? I was putting all my zinc pennies into this coin machine at the branch, and it's a new machine. It's different than the one they had there last time I was there. And so the assistant came over to give me a hand because it said just open up this tray and pour your coin in. So I did. And they went everywhere because the tray wasn't big enough. And so anyway, we're messing with it, and I stick my hand down in the return slot. I didn't think that it had had time to do anything. It just barely ran for a second till it stopped. And there's 4 or 5 coins in there, and one of them was the Canadian. And he just assumed it was my stuff, but it wasn't. So I just added it to mine anyway. So it's funny. Even at banks, if you go in and check the coin return in their coin machines, you find stuff. Because I have, at a different branch, I have found coins in their coin machine several times. Oh, that's neat. Wow. I don't know if you can see that. That is wild looking. It's like 3 or 4 or 5 different tones. That is really cool. Definitely got to keep that one. A couple of times at the coin machine at the bank, I went in and there was foreign coins and tokens sitting up on the machine. And I guess they'd taken it out of the slot. I said, can I have those? I said, yep, there's nothing we can do with it. So that's pretty cool. Back to the conversation of stacking for net worth, or whatever term you want to give it. You know, a lot of us don't have tons of money. And all of us need to be putting money aside for savings. And so, if you can only put aside so much per week, think about it. If you can find silver as your hobby, give up the expensive golf or bowling or something. Those are expensive. I enjoyed bowling, but it's expensive. And start looking up for coins and get a couple of buddies to do it with, so you can have some people to chat with. And then every 90% silver, even at today's prices, is $7 or $8. So instead of just saving 50 cents, you're saving $7 or $8, which is definitely going to go up in time. So if you're just putting actual several dollars away, but if it's silver, you're actually putting a lot more than that away. 2015D. Oh, man, this map, I forgot to put the comma. 2,300,000. Not too bad. There's some of them have a lot more than that. That one's got a kind of a cool look, but not like that other one. I don't think I'll keep that one. Every now and then I sell a roll or two of my NFCs because, man, I get, you go through enough coins, you start collecting a lot of them. And I think they're totally fun to find. Not like silver, of course. But, yeah, I stack them and stack them and stack them and roll them up. In my penny search this last week, somebody pointed out that one of the S pennies I found was a proof. I wondered if it was, but I don't think I've ever found a proof penny. If I did, I didn't realize it. But one of you guys wrote to me and said, that's a proof. I'm like, cool beans. It looked really nice, but it doesn't quite have the frosted look like the $50 proofs have. Early in my marriage, I've been married 37 years. Silver was at $4 an ounce, and I bought, I think it was 300-ounce silver bars. Oh, but the kids came along, and I needed money. And I told them, oh, I'd love to have those right now. But, you got to do what you got to do. I made profit on them, but not very much. Certainly not what I intended to make on them when I bought them. Way back in the day, in 1980, me and a buddy of mine were talking about, I'm in the Midwest, we were talking about going to Texas and working in the oil fields and stuff. And we were drinking coffee, all-night coffee at a pancake house or something. And we just got to looking at the paper, and I noticed that silver had like doubled overnight or something like that. And then the next day it was high again, even higher. And I went out and bought some silver from some people that weren't aware. I hope I'm not guilty of anything for that. And cashed in some of the silver that I'd had. And this is 1980, and just in 2 or 3 days I had made hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which is pretty good money back then. And my friend had a little bit of money, so we used that money and took off to Texas and lived out in West Texas and worked in the oil fields for a while. That was pretty cool. We actually first went to Corpus Christi and did little to nothing for a couple weeks and blew most of our money. And then went to Odessa and went to work for Manpower for a week or two just to get a paycheck. And then found jobs in the oil fields and worked there for quite a while. It was pretty cool. I ran flow lines to all the oil rigs in the area, all around West Texas and eastern New Mexico. Once or twice I even got into Oklahoma. I worked for a company, and I think it's still there, called Fastline Sales and Service. It was a pretty cool job. Man, guys, I'm thinking we ain't gonna, unless we find just one rogue, silver like we have been. I don't think we're gonna get into a bunch of silver today. I mean, it doesn't mean we won't still find one. It doesn't mean we won't still find something cool. But I believe as many as I've gone through, we're not going to get into a big dump of silver. That's for sure. I am trying to get finished around the house some things we've been working on. And I'm going to contact some banks in other cities. And I'm going to do some traveling. I'm thinking about going down to Tennessee for one trip, and I'm going to order a bunch of coins. And I'm going to go to Detroit, order a bunch. I want to get a bunch of pennies while I'm in Detroit too, being right there at the border at Windsor, Canada. Maybe I'll get some really cool copper, Canadian copper and stuff like that. That will be fun. I'll just put my stuff that I sell on eBay on vacation for a while and take off for a few days. There's a few banks that I have talked to that have coin machines that have promised me when the $50 bag is full that they're going to sell it to me. So I need to contact them and remind them that I'm the one that's on their list to get those, so that they don't just automatically find themselves full one day and just let the next person to come in have it. I gotta let them know that they got my name written down for just such a circumstance. If only I wanted to have a job, but I don't. I go to work for Coinstar. That would be cool. I've talked to a few of the guys that work on them. They're pretty cool guys. They say they run into some crazy stuff. There's the tray that you see as the customer, and you can check to see if any of your coins have been discarded. But there's another tray inside that gets junk, and the stuff that they've told me, oh my goodness. I'd love to know if you could get into the coins, to take a bunch of your own coins with you to work, and wherever you see a silver $50, switch it out or something. I don't know what the rules are. I don't work for them, but the thought sure is cool. Back to the increasing your net worth issue, I just wanted to mention also, in my coin roll hunting and looking for silver and other stuff, I just sold one of my $2 bills for $17 plus shipping on eBay. That was a star note, and that's a pretty good profit, So if I also consider things like that into my savings, that would be, you could just make this part of your gig. It's like the silver I keep and some of the other stuff I find I sell, and I keep adding that up. I save that and I keep adding that up, and that can be a big difference over a period of time. How about a big washer? Just a big round washer with a hole in the middle. I'd like to find one of those right now. I'll pay 50 cents to find one of those. This is another D, 2015 D again. Huh. I suppose they're all past the 2022s that I was getting. I went on the site to order those 2023s, but I haven't heard from them. I think I'm going to have to get on there and contact them and say, did I order this or not, because I meant to. I've been checking my emails and stuff to see, there's no correspondence from them at all. So I'm thinking what I thought was making the order didn't go through or something. My wife has gotten very used to hearing me talking to my telephone. Which I'm not talking to my telephone, I'm talking to you guys. She doesn't pop her head in the door and go, "You talking to me?" Do any of you remember the show WKRP in Cincinnati? Remember the old hippie DJ had gotten fired from his other job for saying booger? Booger. And the news report from Les Nessman, Johnny Fever. That was his name, Johnny Fever. Booger. Oh, bummer. I thought that one might have been a proof, but it's not. 1978. My favorite line from that show, by far, is when they drop the turkeys out of the helicopter. And they come in all beat up looking and feathers all over them. It's God is my witness. I thought turkeys could fly. I love that episode. Folks, I'm not finding much. I apologize. I'll call all my friends and go, "Hey, I found a cool coin today. Thanks for calling. We were having dinner." 3 more rolls. Can we all say, "I'm not feeling it"? Why don't those people down at Brinks put in 1 nice coin per box? Can they not do that? Make it a rule. Last roll. And it's not there. All right. Let me show you this other stuff now. There it is. There's my copper penny. Hey! I got 5 likes. This is the one that I saw that when I just glanced at it, I thought, oh. But you can tell from all around the rim, they had done something with this, had it in like a belt buckle or something. I got 5 of them. So I'll put those away with all the others. Thank you for tuning in, and man, I hope the next time we get into some silver. I've got a box of pennies I'm going to go through in the next day or two, and I got a bunch of $2 bills that I'm going to go through and see if we can find a star note or anything. And that's what's in the future. I'll see you next time.